Evelyn to Philip, Wednesday, March 17th, 1943, 7:30 p.m. My darling, today is another one of those cloudy, dark, dreary days with plenty of rain and wind. I cleaned out the pantry closet, just another of the cleanings that precedes Passover. This house will really look like something when I get through with it. Lena picked Mom up at 4 o'clock and took her to the Browns. I intend to go later this evening. Lena thinks Adele is really something. She said no wonder Etta was raving. Your Monday letter arrived this afternoon, and the contents were discouraging to say the least. But you see, sweet, I sort of felt it coming. We have been lucky about your visits home, and I felt sure it couldn't last. If you can't get home, perhaps in a few weeks, you can get 2 or 3 days off and I'll come to Columbus. I'm so very anxious to see you, dear. Dottie called me this afternoon and keeps urging me to come out with the baby. I intend to in a few weeks when the weather is warm and Adele is able to sit up. I'll be able to put on the little coat and hat and... Page 2, she won't be too much trouble. I'm wearing my gray wool and Dubonnet shoes, finished with my company. I love you, precious, for being the swellest guy on this earth. Good night for now. See you tomorrow. Your Evie. Philip to Evelyn, Wednesday, March 17th, 1943, 1:45 p.m. Evie, dearest, thanks for the $5 bill. I can certainly use it. I'll try my best to stretch it as far as possible. You seem to place so much faith in my coming home soon that I hate to think what my last 2 letters did to your hopes. Rest assured, though, Chippy, that I'll do my best to get some kind of leave when the time comes, if it's only a 3-day pass. Don't count on my success, because the lieutenant made it very plain that passes will be issued only in cases of emergency, and I don't think Jack's leaving for the Army will come under that heading. Last night, a lower right molar began to bother me, and when I woke this morning, it still hurt. So I reported to group dispensary. The lieutenant there told me to report to dental clinic at base hospital. X-ray was taken and disclosed that the roots were abscessed and the tooth had to come out. The extraction was painless, almost, but I hate to lose a tooth. My lower right jaw is still numb from the effects of the Novocaine. Next week, the lieutenant is going to fill a few teeth for me, so some good will come of it anyway. The sun is shining in a cloudless sky, but it is pretty cold out again. Just when we think spring is here, winter comes around to remind us that he is still with us. Today was gas mask day, as is every Wednesday, and we have to wear our carrier all day long wherever we are and whatever we are doing. When the gas alarm sounded about 11 a.m., we had to wear our masks until the all clear about an hour later. Last week, we were hard at work when the alarm was given, and we had to continue what we were doing in our gas masks. Now that Milton Brown has come home via airplane, maybe you won't be so jittery about your hubby using the same means of, page 2, transportation, if and when he gets the chance. Give my best to Milt and all the Browns. I wonder if Sid ever received the letter I mailed about 7 or 8 weeks ago. The business of Adele putting her hand in her mouth must be discouraged. First thing you know, she'll be sucking her thumb. By the way, at what age will she begin teething? Now that she's at the stage where she reaches for things, be very careful, sweet. I'm glad the princess has an instinct for art, as represented by the picture of Vera Zorina. How does she take to music? I fully intend to start her on the piano and violin at an early age, but I think it would be best to wait till she can walk. Don't you, honey? It must be pretty warm in Philly, judging from your wearing of the blue sailor. Isn't that a spring-summer number? Did you have your girdle altered yet? And when are you going to see the dentist? Wish I could get home when Harry and Goldie are engaged, but since I can't be there in person, I want to take this occasion to wish them all the best. Tell Harry from me that winning Goldie was the best and wisest thing he ever did. Tell Goldie that I'll be proud to welcome her into the Strongen clan if and when she and Harry decide to make it official. The sooner the better. I'm glad Harry decided to take our advice about the watch. I know he couldn't have done better than a Longines, and I think he'll find he effected a very big saving by getting it through Uncle Nish. My congratulations to Billy and Dolly on becoming the parents of a son. Am I the only one that knows the combination for a daughter? Did you send off a card? I have to get busy now, sweetheart, so I'll say a hasty I love you and sign off till tomorrow. Your Phil. P.S. Love to all.